So weed is a really sneaky substance, and in this video I want to go over the ways in which it holds you back so that we can shine some awareness over it and that you can hopefully get free of this addiction if you're addicted to it, or just notice it so that you can prevent it from getting worse. The first big way in which weed holds you back is by making you complacent. It will make you really complacent to the actual situation of your life. Even if you maybe want to start a business or start improving your physique or your relationship, whatever it is, whatever idea you have about what you want to do in your life, whenever you hit weed, you smoke that joint, all that ambition disappears and complacency takes place, and you just find yourself smoking and not doing anything at all. So this is really detrimental, because it will even prevent you from sticking to your daily habits that are what are propelling you toward a positive future and maintaining an healthy life. So the second main point I want to talk about is how it fucks your dopamine receptors. It will lower your baseline of dopamine, because when you keep stimulating dopamine all the time by smoking, your mind of course get used to it, your brain get used to it and will downregulate dopamine. So your dopamine level will be way lower and you will find yourself not enjoying doing the things that actually are healthy for you, like for example working out or reading, journaling, whatever it is. So the other problem that weed causes is that it will make you seek more instant gratification than delayed gratification, and this will have effects on your whole life. It will fuck up your life completely, because you will keep chasing those instant gratification activities like smoking weed and watching Netflix or eating junk food while you smoke, etc., because it goes in synergy with it in a sense. I mean, when you smoke weed, you are more prone to indulge in those instant gratification activities, so it goes downhill and it creates this negative feedback loop. Another really big point that I noticed on myself is that it prevents you from actually maturing and growing up, especially emotionally. Because with weed, and I know that personally because I did that for 2-3 years, you just can avoid yourself. You can avoid the problems that you don't want to face. You can avoid your emotions, because you can just escape into smoking weed and it will dull your emotion. It will make everything okay, even if really it is not okay in reality. And it will just blunt those feelings so that you will never actually face those feelings and grow from them, because that's the only way of growing, by facing those things, by facing yourself. If you're a daily smoker like I was, you probably already noticed that things, but you keep smoking anyways because you have formed an habit or an addiction. And the important things here is to keep noticing those costs, the actual cost of smoking weed. Just keep noticing the negative effects that you are creating for yourself by smoking weed on a daily basis, so that by increasing the awareness over that, with time you will just drop it, because you will be so it will be so intense that you just will not be able to ignore it anymore. And ignoring it is the main way in which you keep doing it, and is the main way in which your egos keep you from stopping to smoke. So by being more and more aware of the real cost of smoking weed and the ways in which it affects you negatively, you will be more prone to drop that addiction, drop the weed, and start living the life that you really want to live. Remember that you always have a choice, and each time you choose to not smoke weed, you are one step closer to rewiring your mind and actually being free of that addiction. If you are currently struggling with mental health and depression, I've wrote a free ebook that you can find on my website, which is about some techniques and behavior that I have found to be useful in the last years of my research about depression, which stems from personal experience and scientific data. And you can find this for free on my website. I'll link down below.